I look like a zombie. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to do like a chit chat, get ready with me, because I had no idea what I wanted to film. So I thought it would be fun to just do like a talk through, since most of my makeup videos have been like voiceover, tutorial type of things. So I thought it would be fun to just kind of sit down, chit chat, try out a few new products, maybe like one, not quite sure. So yes, if you guys are interested in like this chit chatty video, keep on watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you guys want to see more of them. And yes, by the way, I already filled in my eyebrows. I'm really sorry, so you won't see that because that would have been like 15 minutes within itself. So yeah. So yes, if you guys are interested, definitely keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment down below if you guys want to see any more of these videos. So let's get into it, shall we? Up close and personal. So starting off with primer, I'm going to go in with kind of like a more heavy duty foundation. So I thought I would go in with a moisturizing primer. And I've been using this one a little bit recently. And it's the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. It's this little guy here. And I don't really notice a difference like with it keeping my makeup on or anything. But it's like a little jelly thing. But it feels nice. And then before, I always like to prep my skin before I put on makeup. So I put on, well, I wash my face and then I'll put on like a serum. I put on like a vitamin C serum and then a light moisturizer just to kind of boost my skin with some radiance. So I'm just rubbing this in. They have other primers that I want to try. So let me know if you guys have tried any of the other e.l.f. primers. But I like this one. There's some like good drugstore face primers, because I realized like all of my face primers so far that I have are like higher end and they're really expensive, and I'm like, is it worth spending that much money on a primer? You know? Okay, going in with foundation. Foundation's next. I have no idea if this is going to match my skin or not because I actually just bought this today. So we'll see. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. And I'm going in with the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. I've heard really mixed reviews on this foundation. I've heard some people say that it's amazing and it lasts all day, and then a lot of people just don't like the coverage or the look that it gives, so let's give it a go. And I'm going to use my little wet egg, my little moist egg. It's funny because I normally don't do my foundation with beauty blenders or like my Real Technique sponge, just because, I don't know, I usually just use a brush. But secret, just so you guys know, is that my brushes are really dirty right now and I just don't feel like cleaning them. So I'm using my wet egg. So I just pumped it on the back of my hand now, and I'm just gonna kind of dot it. It's supposed to be pretty full coverage, so I don't want to go like too crazy, which I might have. We'll see if this is a good match. Oh god, there's a hair on my egg. Okay, let's just let's buff this in. So yeah, this is supposed to have super full coverage. I got the shade, this is, well, it looks weird. It's in light beige because they were pretty much out of every other color at the drugstore. But I'm just gonna start tapping this in. So far, the coverage is definitely there. It's there. And I guess if I kind of blend it down my neck, I look really like kind of green. I kind of look like a green monster on film, but what can you do? That is definitely full coverage. It definitely is. I wanted to really prep my skin for this because I did hear that this foundation can get a little bit cakey in certain areas. So I wanted to prepare as much as I could for that and prevent any sort of creasing that won't look cute on my face. And I'm just gonna kind of start rubbing that in the hairline, on the ears. I gotta look all one color. So far I kind of like this. Kind of like it. I wish they had more shades because I feel like a lot of their shades are very yellow toned and my skin's not really. I like to use like fake tans and stuff like that because I do have pink undertones to my skin, but I don't like the way that pink undertone foundations look on me. I feel like I look sunburn all the time and it's not cute. So I usually go in with more like neutral or like yellow tone foundations just because I don't like the way pink undertones look. And I did have a lot of discoloration, you could probably see, and then I also like plucked my eyebrows earlier, so it's kind of red around like my forehead area. And it's actually covering it up really, really nicely. Oh yeah. It definitely looks really like tannish orange on camera. So we gotta blend that down the neck. I see you. I'm actually like really liking this. I had some spots kind of down here. You can still see them a little bit. Like my acne scars down here. And then I have one little pimple. Concealer and foundation in one, but I am going to go in with concealer just because I kind of want to see how it lays on top of the foundation. So I'm going to go in with my trusted Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and this one's in the shade Light. So I'm just going to go in, kind of do that little V underneath my eyes. I'm running out of this. Sorry that I used Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in all of my videos, by the way, you guys. I just did like a massive order on some like more drugstore, like super affordable foundations. So that is coming soon, I promise. And I'm just gonna start kind of tapping that in. And it looks like it's going over this actually really seamlessly, which is nice. I was kind of afraid that since it is like a foundation concealer thing combined, that it wouldn't lay nicely on top of it, but it actually really is. The only thing that I don't really like about the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer is the smell. It kind of has like a floral perfumey kind of smell. So I'm not like the biggest fan of that, but it goes away once you put it on, so that's cool. Like I've gotten used to it, but when I first got it, I just don't understand why you have to like make makeup smell good. You know what I mean? Like, because I feel like half the time like it never does smell good. Kind of just smells like an old lady with like that floral scent. Now I'm gonna set my under eye, and I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. This is again like, first of all, it's like the only setting powder that I have right now. I don't have just millions of setting powders, you know, but I also want to try some more like affordable ones. So let me know what your guys' favorites are. Doing this again, this little wet egg, and I'm just gonna kind of stamp it underneath, set the under eyes little bits, like in with this one. Laura Mercier one's pretty good. I just like, why are setting powders so expensive? Color, I'm just gonna go in with my Kat Von D Shade and Light palettes, and I'm gonna go in with like those two colors there, just to kind of, now I'm just gonna kind of set my eye. Now I just want to set the foundation and just kind of get it out of the way. So I'm going in with the Maybelline Better Skin powder, and this is a nude beige. And I'm just putting this all over in the places that like I didn't set the concealer. So basically just like avoiding the under eye. Okay, honestly for eyes, I have no idea what I'm gonna do, but I do know what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use this beautiful thing. This is the Tarteist Pro palette. So I'm gonna go in, and I think I'm gonna start with just like this slightly like orangish shade right here. Oh, that's not a transition shade. Whoa, that's way more pigmented than I was anticipating, but that's okay. We can work with this. So I'm just like buffing this into my crease, whatever. Excited because I was like on the Ulta website because I pretty much just like stalk that website daily. And I was on the Ulta website and I saw that they started carrying LA Girl products now, and I was like, hell yeah. Because I didn't want to like buy it online, I don't know, like on their website. I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. But I've heard such good things about their concealer, and so I got a bunch of those. I got a couple different ones. I got a darker one too, so maybe I could like contour with it. I'm not quite sure yet, but we'll see. I'm getting that next week, so maybe I'll do like a drugstore video. I was thinking of doing like a drugstore get ready with me. So I just want to make sure that I have all the products that I want to do for drugstore. Sometimes I feel like orange eyeshadows or like reddish tone eyeshadows look really weird on me. I think maybe just because like my skin tone. But I love them so much. But sometimes I'm just like, do I look like I have like a pink eye or a really bad fever or something? You guys ever feel like that? But then when I do like really cool toned eyeshadows, which is very rare, I normally don't do super cool toned shadows, I feel like I also look kind of sickly, kind of dead. So I don't know. Start kind of like deepening up the crease with this shade. The shade just like keeps screaming at me. So I'm gonna kind of start building it up right here in the crease. I'm always so afraid to do like really dark shadows, because I feel like if you go super heavy-handed, they can be so easy to mess up. But that is the nice thing about like super blendable shadows, is that if you mess up, you just gotta kind of buff it out and you can make it work. I'm so ready for like springtime and summertime. I just can't wait for like, I don't know, this summer I just can't wait to do like really glowy looks. I'm just really excited for that. Like bring on like the CC cream and just like the really just glowy natural look. I'm like feeling it right now. And like super heavy coverage in the summertime, it gets really hot, and like when my makeup starts melting off, I get really grumpy. So I like using like BB creams and like CC creams in the summertime. This video is so random, I'm so sorry. I'm just taking this like fluffy brush now, and I'm just gonna kind of start buffing along the sides. There's nothing on this brush, and I just kind of want to blend them together. Going into the crease. Gosh, I literally love that foundation so much. I'm curious to see how it wears, like if it's gonna get cakey. Sorry if my camera's not in focus either. I feel like when you like first film something that you haven't done, since I'm like so used to like setting up the camera, this kind of like raw footage of just me like not really planning anything out and just kind of going off a whim here, you have to like think about it and like making sure that my camera is like in focus. So sorry if it's not. Take a little bit of it too, and I think I'm gonna put it in kind of like this area here. Get it up over here. Yes, this is what we're getting at so far. What is this? I just don't know. Go into this purplish shade in Drama. Drama. Yes. Okay, Drama. What do you got for me? And I'm just taking this shade just to kind of deepen up the crease on the outer corner here, up to about here. I don't want to go like too crazy. Like Glam, and then maybe a little bit of this gold. I wet my thing. Put Glam. Ooh, that's pretty. All kind of in here. Wherever I fucking feel like looking glam. Here now. Alright. Okay. I think I'm like done with eyeshadows. Actually, no. I wanted to put a little bit underneath. Put it in my lower lash line just to kind of smoke it out. Ow. I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. bronzer, and I'm just going to kind of twirl it around. And I'm not going to contour today because, again, I just can't really be bothered with that today. So I'm just going to kind of bronze along these cheekbones. It's very warm. Recently I've been loving like bronzer right in like my forehead area, because I feel like it's just like getting kissed by the sun. Okay, y'all. So far it's blending over the foundation actually pretty nicely. Going onto my neck. I want to keep it just kind of natural for the blush, so I'm using the Makeup Revolution blush palette. These two lighter shades here. It's just on the apples of my cheek. Oh god, hair. Wow, this brush gets hair everywhere. It's frustrating. Okay. Yeah, it's a very peachy tone blush. And the bronzer was $6. I believe like that e.l.f. line is $6. And then it's actually really nice. This makeup palette's $15. And you get 4 blushes, and then on top of it you get some like highlight shades. So for highlighter, I'm thinking of using like a mixture of those 2 shades. Ooh. I just love this so much. Hard for me to find a good highlighter with gold undertones that won't look just like a stripe on my face. But I actually really like this. It's sparkly. They're actually really pigmented, which is just so crazy to me. So I spent like $15 on this entire palette. And I feel like in palettes, sometimes like highlighters are just not very pigmented. I'm gonna go in with like that pinkish shade that was next to it here, just to kind of tone it down a little bit on like the gold side, and just, ooh. Hello. Hello, glow. I have literally spent like so much money on highlighters in the past, and I spent $15 on this palette, and look at that glow. Hello. That's glowy. Ooh. Very glowy. Cupid's bow. So for lips, I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild new, it's new, but the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit Matte Lipstick Mega Last. And I just got this, so it's, oh no, what have I done? I can't get it off. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep that on there for now. That is nude. That is a nude. This fucking plastic thing, are you kidding me? Okay. Very nude. I feel like I can't tell if I like it or if I look dead. I don't know. So yes, this completes today's look. I'm not quite sure what I went with here, but thanks for bearing with me. But so far, I'm just gonna kind of go in. But everything looks really nice on the skin. Oh, I forgot setting spray. I hate this part. Ready? Oh god, it's nasty. I'm using the Physicians Formula hashtag InstaReady. Am I fucking InstaReady yet? Am I InstaReady yet? This is the finished look. I hope you guys liked it. It's nothing special, nothing crazy, but I thought it'd be fun to just kind of sit down, chit chat, and talk about random things while I do my makeup. And I really like it, and I'm loving this foundation. So if you were kind of worried and you have like normal to dry skin, check out the foundation. I like it a lot. But yes, that completes today's look. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like just kind of like the sit down, chit chat, get ready with me, let me know. I promise an eyebrow tutorial is coming soon too. And a lot of you guys are like, do your eyebrows in a video. I will, I'll get there. Just bear with me, I'll get there. But follow me around social media, my Instagram, and my Twitter is both Taylor Prime Glow, and then my Snapchat is jtaylor19, so it's a little different. But follow me on those guys, and yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in my next one. Subscribe to my channel.